itategemea ni reason gani wamekataa. If it's a reasonable.
Hivyo unamaanisha itabidi umechagua wazazi wako over your spouse.
Yeah. Hao wanaona mbele kushinda mimi. Hao ni watu wameishi, wanajua mambo vile yako. So wakikwambia stop.
Good evening my viewers. My name is Bella Atieno. Welcome to my show, The Talk Beyond. And in today's show, we're going to discuss about an amazing topic. Why do you think, or what will you do when your parent reject the spouse you wanna marry? And in my today's program, I have an amazing people that you're going to hear their views. Welcome, let's go and listen to what they have to say in our today's show. Join me as we talk about this amazing topic. Why do our parents reject the spouses that we want to marry most of the time? So before I welcome them, I want to like, view, follow, and even subscribe. Today's question is asking, what will you do when your parents reject the spouse that you want to marry? You know, we're saying forever is too long to be sad. And sometimes we go and introduce the people we love to our parents, and all of a sudden they reject them. But I want to hear from Sarah. Sarah will share with us. She's someone who is not yet married, and I want her to tell us maybe her reactions and some of the things she will do. So my first question to Sarah is, what will be your first reaction? We are assuming that you've dated this person for a long period of time, and here you come, you're very happy, delighted to introduce him to your parent. And here, this is the day you've come, you've introduced to them, this man, and immediately he leaves, or some parents will even say it there, that no, you'll not be married to this man. So tell us, Miss Sarah, what will be your first reaction? Immediately your parents say that, what will be your first reaction?
Okay, when my parents maybe reject my spouse, okay, for me it's something that occurs unexpectedly, so I not feel good. I maybe feel very, very disappointed because it's something that I did not expect. So my first reaction is I will just first hold on and I just first will withdraw it first, because now if they have already rejected it, I just will withdraw first. Yes.
Okay, that's true, that will withdraw. Why do you think you'll not start arguing to your parents, maybe telling them, no, this is the man I love, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? So why do you think you'll not start arguing with them, maybe telling them, whether you like it or not, I'm going to be married to this person?
No, you know, they are my parents, and those are the people that carry my blessings, and they carry even whatever they speak will affect my future. So I cannot just start arguing with them, because maybe there can be maybe some particular truth about what they are rejecting.
Yeah.
So I cannot just come and be rude to their words or rude to what they are saying. I first will withdraw first, then maybe whatever they've spoken to me about against my spouse, I maybe go and think about it. But if in my, okay, there is that listening to my inner self. So if in the first place I have presented my spouse to them, that is means in my inner heart I have peace that this is the person that we can make a family with. So I first just go and listen to myself, and if maybe whatever they have seen, maybe they have just maybe a negative attitude, maybe about the tribe, or about maybe that particular clan, for example. Maybe now after that, maybe I can now go back and try to speak to them, to show them that it is whatever they are trying to see, it's not true.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sarah. Maybe I should ask you another question as I conclude with you, is that what will you do? What will be your next move? After now you have withdrawn, you've given them some time, you've talked to them, and remember, maybe you've not told your spouse that my parents have rejected you, because now you are relaxing and you are asking yourself, how comes, what is wrong with this guy, how comes my parents have rejected him? So what will be your next move or your next step towards the relationship?
Okay, now first I pray, because now, okay, prayer is a spiritual weapon that changes things. So maybe the first thing is I pray. Then after prayer, because when I know when I pray I will get peace of mind. So after that is now maybe I can just take a moment and think about I'll think on a way that I can approach my partner, and I maybe tell him about what has happened, and maybe we discuss about it, because of course I must tell him about it, because we cannot continue, because of course if I introduce him to my parents, that means that it's a serious kind of a relationship. So I pray, then just get come up with a way that I can tell him without hurting him about what happened.
Thank you so much, Miss Sarah. My viewers have heard what Miss Sarah has spoken about, and she's telling us that she will first relax. She will not argue with the parents. She will not tell the parents that no, I will get married to this person by force, by fire. No, she's going to relax. She's going to talk to the parent, and later on she's going to pray about it. She's going to tell the person about it and see what to do next. My view, you can tell me what you think at the comment section. Tell us, what will you do? What will be your first reaction? What will you do as your next move after now your parents have rejected? So that is Miss Sarah's what will happen when everything goes wrong with the parent together with the spouse. Thank you so much. And on my left hand side, we have Mr. Alois here. And Mr. Alois also is going to join us for some few questions. Maybe she has experience. So he's a married man, and he has seen a lot that we as single people we have not seen. Maybe I should ask you, Mr. Alois, why do you think our parents go to that extent to refuse the spouses that you bring to them? What might be the reasons? Maybe at your opinion, why do you think the parents just you bring and the parents is like, no, you cannot be married to this person? What can be some of these reasons?
Well, first maybe I like the topic, and maybe if I can say from Ephesians 6, when you read that chapter, well, it elaborates about how children should respect their parents. It is a promise by God that when you respect your parents, you are assured of life and more of it in the world. And when you look at Genesis 24, it also gives you a picture of Abraham trying to say that I'm almost going away, I'm almost dying, but he's giving instruction to his servant. I'm not saying that we are supposed that parents are supposed to choose their spouses for their children, but there are limits. If you look at Abraham, he had limits. He didn't want his children, he didn't want his boy to get married to Canaanites, where he lived, where God has sent him to live. Reasons, he had reasons. You read the Bible, it tells you that the Canaanites women, Canaanites tribe were adulterous, and also they were worshipping gods, not God. So he did not want his family lineage to I can say to defile themselves. He wanted his lineage to remain faithful to the God that had saved him, God that he'd been worshipping. So I'm trying to bring this picture, not supporting that parents should choose who their boys should marry or who their girls should marry, because that is a problem. It's a big problem in society. We have seen a lot of relationship breaking up because parents are not accepting it. But one thing I want to say is we need to be sober.
Yeah.
Our boys need to be sober, our girls need to be sober. Just get to understand why is my parents telling me, why is my father telling me that I should not marry? it might be not because the girl is bad or the girl is not a good girl. She can be a good wife, yes, but when you see parents raise a red flag, I would say ignore it at your own risk. I would say that. Ignore it at your own risk. And I love what Sarah said. Sometimes it can be a red flag, yes. But when you get down to pray, maybe it's a plan by the devil for you not to get your right person. But you are not here praying. You are just saying the beauty or the handsomeness in that man.
Yeah.
But the devil here is planning you not to get married. So he may use the mother or the father to oppose that relationship. So it is upon you, man, it is upon you, girl, get down to pray. Okay, I was giving an example of Abraham because Abraham wanted, and is the love and the passion and the feeling of every parent. He would want their girls, their boys to get married to people who are responsible, to get married to people who worship God, to get married to people who can continue serving. I remember I like giving life experience. I remember sometimes back, one of my friend was sharing, and he was telling me, I'm really worried about my boy. I'm just hearing that he's dating some weird characters. So I was trying to ask him, why are you worried about your son? He said, no, I want my son. I know the type of a woman that my son should marry. A person who will support his ministry. A person who will not bring him down. Because I know, okay, he was giving his just example. So he's a pastor. Sorry, let me just say this. He's a pastor, and he was worried about his son getting married to a woman who is not saved, a woman who was not a minister in the church. Actually, just be frank, every pastor, every man of God in the church, and every person in the church who understands the things of the kingdom will want his girl to be married to a person who is close to God, who is having any ministry in the church. So, looking at the example of Isaac, when the father wanted Isaac to get married, one person from his family, because he knew that lineage of the family, there are people who worship God, they knew God. So, there are other things, like I remember sometimes back, my own parents, I saw a girl somewhere and I was interested. Then I went and asked them. I gave them the opportunity. What do you say about that family? Can I get married to? Can I propose in that family? And I was told no. You won't. Why? I asked them. They gave me a reason, and I looked at the things that they told me, and I found them there.
Wow.
Like just. Look at how you've been brought up and how they have been brought up. When you go there, just check some things. Look how they behave and how we behave here. Do you think you can live with them? So just some things, and my dad can tell you. He will tell you that okay, if you decide to marry, just go. It's okay. It's your decision. But again, that will be your baggage now. You will carry it yourself. We will help you get married, but it is your baggage. So sometimes we don't listen to our parents, and after doing what we want, and God has given us free will to decide. And that's the same thing happens to our parents. They give us free will. But when we don't follow sometimes what they say, and sometimes when you don't seek the voice of God, then baadaye we come to regret. And that's why I want to advise the young guys, the young girls, the young boys who are thinking of getting married. First, listen to the voice of God, and your first God on earth, your first God is your parent. He has given that responsibility. So listen to them. Like Sarah said, you don't have to be argumentative to them. They'll tell you, no, we don't want you to marry this girl, or we don't want you to marry this woman, this boy, because of this and this reason. Get back to pray for it. Even before you come to the mistake our boys and girls make nowadays is flattering with girls around, flattering with men around, and you see a husband in him or a wife in her. You have not prayed for it. Look at what the servant of Abraham did. He had a plan that this is what will happen. If the person who will bring water to me, when I ask her about the water, if she'll serve me with water, and also after serving me with water, if she will serve my camels with water, that will be the wife of Abraham. So we just get out and we want to get married without. Sometimes we need to have limits. We need to have a procedures and tell God, I want to see these characters. So the reason why parents want to choose a wife and husband for their children is because they want the best for them. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alois. My voice you've heard from Mr. Alois, and it's so amazing how he's putting it in a very great perspective. When you face that challenge, it's because our parents want the best for us. I don't know if you can agree with us that our parents gave birth to us, and there is no parent who has given birth to you will ever want ill of you. And remember, we are African people. Our African parents, when you open your mouth arguing with them, that's abomination. So you have to just respect and let everything flow. And the best thing I've heard from these great, amazing people is that pray about it. Whichever God you're praying, pray about it. And God is going to prove it. In fact, you don't argue with your parent. Just relax, share with your spouse that this and this has happened. And even sometimes don't tell him or her. Just pray about it and tell God, if it is him, please prove it. Soften my parents' hearts. Give me favor. Let me see favor before these people. And everything is going to be smooth. You will not even struggle to please anyone. So this evening, I hope you've heard and you've learned something amazing concerning what will you do when your parent rejects the spouse you want to marry. So some of the things you've heard from Miss Sarah and Mr. Alois, but we want to hear from you as our viewer. Just comment. What will you do at a personal level? And what do you think is the right thing to do before you take that spouse to your parent? Seek, ask about them, and everything is going to be out. Don't forget to keep on following our page, The Talk Beyond. There is a lot coming. Trust me, this is the island that will keep you away from the rat of the wells. See you next time. And maybe before we conclude, we can have a sum up comment maybe to Miss Sarah and Mr. Alois, and then we call it an evening. Welcome, Miss Sarah.
Okay, thank you. What I would like to say that in this dispensation of dating, we need to seek God, because it's something that us as young people have failed. It's like we assume that God is not supposed to be involved in love matters, and that is what makes us to fail. So let's seek God. Even those who are planning to take their spouses to their parents, first pray and ask God to lead you and to give you favor before your parents. So just be blessed.
Thank you so much, Miss Sarah. Mr. Alois?
Yeah, my last comment, maybe I would say, and I want to advise the young generation. When your parents tell that this is not the right way, just go and pray. Yeah, just pray. Because we have had a lot of cases of people committing suicide, people running away from their parents, and calling their parents' name, isolation. They isolate themselves and feel that they are not loved by their parents. So instead of that, you just pray and seek God intervention, and God is able to soften the hearts, just as like Sarah said. And to parents and to parents like me,
it's important to talk to parents. Actually.
Yeah, please let your children be what they are. I know most of them are not social media friends, but they will see them when we download and send to WhatsApp.
Yeah, true.
So please allow your children, just advise them and let them do what they think is right. It is good to advise them.
Yeah.
but don't decide for them. Because even the Bible says in the Ephesians 6, it also warns parents that do not kuchokoza kunaitwaje kizungu? Msichokoze watoto wenu.
Yes.
So let us allow our children to be what they want to be, but advise them what is the best for themselves.
True.
Yes.
Thank you so much. My viewers, let's call it a day. But before we end, don't forget to like, don't forget to view, don't forget to follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.